Here we go.
I'm not too sure what to call this film, a classic or a really good film. A 2000s classic. It's a fun comedy, a lot of fun. But I love it, do I love it, love it, love it, love it? I'm not sure. I haven't seen the film in a long, long time. This might be the first time I've seen the film from start to finish. If you wonder what I'm talking about, guys, it's 2000 crime comedy, The Whole Nine Yards, starring Bruce Willis, Matthew Perry, Michael Clark Duncan, Natasha Henstridge, who don't know from the Species films, Amanda Peet, and Rosanna Arquette. This film, the main character, played by a friend star, Matthew Perry, rest his soul, unfortunately died. I think it was about a year or 2 years ago from overdose. Basically, his character, Nicholas Oz, he's called by the name Oz, but his name is Nicholas Ozawansky, who's a Canadian-based, basically Montreal-based dentist who's fortunately life is a bit of, it's in a crisis. It's heavily in debt because his business partner, who was his father-in-law, molested a underage boy, gone to serious debt with the family, bears the money from the dentist, committed suicide. Unfortunately, the debts are with Matthew Perry's now. His daughter, who's Matthew Perry's wife, is a gold digger in every sense of the word, a heartless gold digger. She does not care about Matthew Perry whatsoever. She doesn't work, she does nothing for Matthew Perry, nothing. Just causes him misery. Her and the mother as well. Just live off him. He can't divorce her because it'll take him to the cleaners. There's no prenup, I guess, so he's really broke. It would be even broke if he gets divorced. If he divorces her. And a mysterious neighbour moves in next door. He finds out, played by Bruce Willis, he finds out that he's an infamous hitman whose name is Jimmy Tulip Tedeschi. He's done the one for the mob for is it ratting or sending his former boss to prison. Immediately he becomes scared and wants to run how his wife persuades him to go to Chicago to tell Bruce Willis' former boss, who's run by his son now, played by Ken Pallard, to tell him about the whereabouts so they can collect the prize money, because he's got a big contract on his head. And there's money about his whereabouts, I guess, as well as a reward for telling his whereabouts. However, things go haywire where he lost his out to me. He meets Kevin Potts Enforcer, played by the late rest in peace Michael Clark Duncan from Green Mile and Armageddon and other films. He gets intimidated and pushed to cooperate with them and telling Bruce Willis' whereabouts. Along the way, he meets Natasha Henstridge's character, who's Bruce Willis' wife. They fall in love. Then he finds there's some sort of plan. There's some £10 million what I'm trying to think. There's some £10 million trust that that they're after. However, for this 10 million trust to be attained, Bruce Willis or his ex-partner or simply have to die for trust to be available. Basically, everyone there has to be two people dead and one person inherited in trust. So the rest of the film basically Bruce Willis trying to kill Johnny and his wife so he can get 10 million trust. They end up, Bruce Willis does find out that Matthew Perry is sleeping with his wife. He also gets angry, but learns to trust him, because he knows that he's no longer in love with his wife. He falls in love with Mandy Pete, who's an uninteresting character in this film. And Mandy Pete plays a character called Jill, who thinks he's a everyday dental assistant, dental nurse for Matthew Perry's dentist practice. However, we find out that she's a hitman or hitwoman hired by Rosanna Arquette's character to kill Matthew Perry so that she can collect his life insurance money. Because you can get life insurance if your spouse is dead or some. If you have a life insurance, obviously if you die, your next loved one gets it. And guess Matthew Perry has a life insurance policy. You see, he says it in the film. He's worth more than alive. And Rosa Arquette also is an absolute bitch in this film. You hate in this film. She double crosses everybody. She even tells Bruce Willis about the plan to bring him down. But he plays Matthew Perry for trying to rat on Bruce Willis as well about to him. Lies to Matthew Perry and says Bruce Willis was trying to seduce her. She's absolute bitch in this film. You cannot stand her. Her characters. She's a devil incarnate. And this film is funny. It's so funny. Everybody's having a laugh. You tell Bruce Willis is having fun. Matthew Dunk is having fun. And Matthew Perry is having fun. She might be my favourite character. She's like a ball of energy. Especially when we find out she's a hit woman and she's a big fan of Bruce Willis. He just has to like her idol, and they fall in love. And also Kevin Pollak as well is funny as the mob boss. I'm just trying to think. I like this film, but do I love it? Why call this a classic? I'm not sure. It's one of my favourite Bruce Willis films. I'm not even sure. Definitely not top 5, top 10, top 15, maybe. It's got a good cast, but I don't know. I don't love it. I just don't love this movie. You call it a classic. I enjoyed it. Definitely 3.5 stars out of 5, 7.5, 8 out of 10, 7.5 to 8 out of 10. But I enjoyed this film. Definitely had fun. Especially if you've seen the sequel, Hotel 9. Yeah, I might review that tomorrow. The sequel's a god-awful sequel. Like, God, dog, poof, quality. It feels such a letdown sequel. Way too over the top. Trying too hard to be funny. Nothing lands. And while it didn't matter, the sequel, there's no need for a sequel. But this one, is it a classic? Is it one of Bruce Willis' best comedies? Is it his best comedy? Because Bruce Willis did a lot of comedies in this film. Some good, some terrible. He might be Bruce's best comedy. Thinking about it. I like this more than what's the one who did Death Becomes Her. And Born for the Vanities, is that Bruce Willis as well? I don't know. Oh, that's more Tom Hanks. I think Bruce Willis is a character in that film. That's like a Tom Hanks film. But I like this more than Death Becomes Her. Death Becomes Her was a good film. I really like this a bit more. Death Becomes Her. One and Jason Morgan, that terrible Jason Morgan film, Cop Out. Oh. I think all the Bruce Willis comedy. Hudson Hawk, yeah, it's better than that one. Fifth Element is kind of a sci-fi comedy, action comedy, kind of. I'm not sure comedy. It's not funny. It's not comedy. It's a sci-fi action film with a comedy element. I want to see Fifth Element and the kid, and the kid. Yeah, but it's probably Bruce Willis' best comedy. Yeah, Bruce Willis didn't have had any decent comedies in his career. A lot of his comedies were just terrible. But I think this is Bruce Willis' best comedy. I'm trying to think. Guys, you're watching this film. Would you say this is a classic or just a good film, a good comedy? I'm not sure. I don't think it has. There's something missing that stops it from being a classic. It's a good film, and arguably Bruce Willis is a great comedy. Great chemistry, especially between Matthew Perry and Bruce Willis. And I'm not sure Cold is a classic. I think it's a good film. Is it underrated gem? No, because a lot of people know this film is a well-known film of Bruce Willis' catalogue. This is quite well known. It did well at the box office. Yeah, they had a 40 million budget. They made just over 100 million worldwide, so he made more than double its budget, almost triple its budget. The sequel flopped, which is their release thought, but this film was quite well. Hence why they made a sequel. You don't make a sequel to films to original film that flopped. As a sequel, you only get sequels to films that did well at the box office, not ones that flopped. So obviously this film was a success. But what I call it a classic, I was just thinking, what I call this a film a classic? No. A good comedy. Bruce Willis is a great, best comedic work. Not quite a classic. There's something missing to stop it from a classic. Something not there, I can't figure out. But a good film indeed. If I was watching, guys, adios amigos. Maybe with a sequel to more, maybe not. Because there's other film I want to watch as well that are more worthwhile than the really piss poor sequel. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the sunshine. Bye now.
Stay here. I'll be back.